Hey, how the devil are you today? Are you well? I think I need to get T-Boy in training to put that blind down. The sun's come out just as I've started to come on stream. Just a second. I think I'm a little bit disorganised. Oh, aye, we've got the cactus in shot again. I thought I'd got rid of that. That's better. Let's hope that the phone doesn't fall off the shelf because it's looking a little bit wobbly. Now then, how are you? It does come around quickly every week, Keith. That's absolutely true. Everything comes around quickly every week. Hawk, I hear footsteps. It's a full-size T-Boy. T-Boy?
Hello.
Could you be so kind, please, as to just pop that blind down? It's a little bit bright at the back of my head. Thank you ever so much. That's better.
Anything else you would like? Well,
no, that's fine. I've got my brew, so we're all ready.
Everybody.
We're all ready to rock and roll, aren't we? I've got ever such a funny story to tell you this afternoon. I'm still laughing. Talk about laugh. It's a wonder we didn't get kicked out of Thornton this morning. Anyway, back to more normal things. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Brew at 2. This is the live stream from the YouTube channel called Visit Fylde Coast. And Visit Fylde Coast, as it says on there, is 8 websites, weekly email newsletter, lots of videos, etc. And this is the funny half hour if you are new in these parts and wondering just exactly what it is that you're watching. So, if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the little bell. If you're watching this on playback, hit the little bell. Make sure that you've got notifications, because on our travels we do all kinds of interesting things. We go live from various different places. We do uploads. This morning I've been out in the windy blow on the seafront catching the waves. And we do all kinds of different things. So if you're going to want to watch it, you need to ring that bell. And don't forget to give it a like as well, because that's what makes who's got a sore throat? Christine's talking to Liz. I'm not quite sure who Liz is, but Liz has got a sore throat, so I also recommend a gargle with whiskey. Liz, that's a very good tip. Yes. We're all adults. You can gargle with whiskey. Hope you're feeling better soon. Right. So from the top, what are we doing? What are we doing today? Well, we'll kick off, shall we? Say it once and say it loud. We are bats and we are proud. Just be careful where you say that, or you will get carted off. So, this is the last Brew at 2. I'll just wait a minute for that to sink in. This is the last Brew at 2 in May. So I will set the new ones up for June. Yes, because June comes after May, does it not? I will set the next ones up for June, but there will be no Brew at 2 on Tuesday the 16th of June, because I'm having some time off. So I think I've worked hard. I think I've earned it. I'm having the week off. So there you go. You see, Eric, you were panicking then, weren't you? You were panicking. Would I do that to you? Would I do that to you? If you make sure you all keep watching, we'll carry on making. So I did notice last week that the live viewers were less, because the sun was shining. It was the first week that the pubs were open and everybody had gone out doing things. So you'd all forgotten about me. You'd all forgotten about me and get my violin out, play my violin. Yes, I'm having a week's holiday in Blackpool, Bruce. I'm having a week's holiday sat on my backside doing as little as possible. Kat's having her second jab on the 16th. That's the funny story. I'll tell you that in a minute. So, if you are new, you might be wanting to know why we're bats. Well, well, how far in are we? We're 4 minutes in, so you must have realised by now that we are literally bats. But bat spells brew at 2, and all of us batty people that are part of the gang all have our own personalised cup so that we can enjoy brew at 2. So I use that the rest of the time, but I don't actually use it on a Tuesday, because the first few times that I tried to demonstrate my cup while it was full of tea, I very nearly dropped it all over. So I have mine empty. I've got my brew in my very old vintage BHS cup, and this is of course the bat map, and everyone who has a bat cup is on the bat map. So we've got from up in Scotland down to Brighton and across to Ireland. So it's our ambition to fill the British Isles with bats. I think we can manage that between us, can't we? So, yes, bags. I'll just show you this. We had an exciting delivery on Friday. We've had our delivery of bags. So I've got boxes coming out of the top of my head. So we've now got our full production delivery of cotton shopping bags, and these are available to buy on our Seaside Emporium website. And I'm telling you all this because I need the violin out again. Only May's just put me off. She's making a sponge sandwich cake. I saw cake mentioned and it all went choo. Yes, so the bags and the cups and things like that, we're only a little business doing our very best for the place that we love, and this is how we earn a living, to be able to do that. So if you buy anything, it supports our little business. I haven't got a sound effect for a violin playing, but if I got one, I would. Right, so shall we start with, in fact, I tell you what, I'll tell you the funny story when T-Boy in training comes back upstairs. But talking about supermarket shopping, which is what T-Boy in training is doing at the moment, putting it away. I've kept saying on my videos this week that we need to all be careful, because even though we're all being jabbed within an inch of our life and all the rest of it, we've still got a coronavirus pandemic that's still going on, and we all need to be careful, and we all need to make sure that we keep away from everybody that we don't know, and we keep our hands clean, and we don't catch any bugs. And somebody had put a comment on one of the videos earlier, and said, oh goodness me, my train of thoughts disappeared. No, they didn't say that. Just a minute, let me compose myself. Yes, somebody had said that they didn't like going to the supermarket, so I said, well, why don't you buy your shopping online? And somebody said that they didn't like the crowds and all the kind of aggravation, which I must admit I don't either. And I only go into shops where I can see that I can get in and out. And then yes, I've gone ginkgo biloba, Jane. So Christine said in response, I find that the only problem with online supermarket shopping is the meat and veg. Quite often I find that you'll get sent the worst cuts of meat and fruit and veg that are, even though well before the sell-by date, you wouldn't touch them with a barge pole, even if you were in the store itself. And that was Christine's experience with Morrison's. Well, funny that you should say that. Funny that you should say that, because that was exactly the experience that we had with Morrison's. So we've been buying online, shopping online, since, well, probably about 12 months, and we always used to go to Sainsbury's, and we get our online shopping from Sainsbury's. We've tried Morrison's, didn't really rate much to Morrison's at all. We tried Tesco's, they were alright, but I'm not a big Tesco fan. And we tried a cardo, and that were a right joke. Don't go to a cardo, whatever you're doing. But we buy it every week from Sainsbury's, and by and large, I think you would agree, would you not, T-Boy?
Yeah.
That by and large, they are tip-top. So my recommendation is Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's online.
It's just been now, and the
So there you
baskets were
go.
packed properly.
Yes, the baskets were all packed properly. I'm losing my train of thought here, because Masked Men seems to be saying something that he perhaps shouldn't be doing, and I just keep seeing things coming up at the side. So Masked Man, watch it, or we'll chuck you off. Well, we've all got to behave here. Just remember, it's an adult audience. Yeah, really. So anyway, you might have also seen as well that we went on a cake crawl. Thank you. We went on a cake crawl last week, me and my darling mother, and we went to Fleetwood to the Ferry Cafe, which was very nice. And you know, the excitement of being able to just sit outside in a chair in the sun and look at the view and chat and talk and do nothing, it was lovely. It was really, really nice. So anyway, you can watch that. It's online, and I must say the ice cream was absolutely delicious. So Dorothy Winstanley sent me an email afterwards, and she said that she'd been to Fleetwood, and sadly the weather had not behaved for Dorothy when she went, and it was pouring it down. That's usually the kind of weather that I end up with. And they called for lunch at the North Albert Cafe and Grill on North Albert Street opposite the library. She had a full English breakfast, which was very delicious. It was £7, which she thought was a very reasonable price. And it's run by a lovely lady called Holly. You can get a cuppa and a cake for £3.50, and she can thoroughly recommend it. So there you go. There are bus stops and tram stops close by, and parking is available. So there you go. Mention at Brew at 2. Perhaps we could give it a try when we're in Fleetwood. I've trouble with my mother and bacon. She can smell it a mile away. It's me that's got the sweet tooth, and she's anybody's for bacon and crisps and cake and cheese. I'm trying to say, mind you, I do like cheese. So that's that. Anyway, we had another funny incident last week as well. Because, well, we've had a. Can I tell them about the RAT? Do you think?
Why not?
I don't think it's a problem, do
You
you?
always say you're on
We've
the
had a
phone.
RAT visiting in the garden. To much. Oh, we did. So there we were, and what I want to know, Kevin had put some. We'd got some of that, what we call flat meat. You know, the pound meat that you get in a square packet. And we'd got 1 or 2 little bits left, and Kevin had put it in the dish on the lawn, which we never do. The dish on the lawn, first thing in the morning, I put a little bit of seed in for the birds, and it's gone by dinner time.
Oh, yeah.
So there's, like, you know, 3 grains by the time you get to the end of the day. Because I don't like leaving food out on the floor for the birds, but I do like to feed the birds. So Kevin, for some, right, that's it. Masked Man, if you don't stop it, we're kicking you off. Now, behave. You ought to have learnt by now that I don't stand on, so my mother will come and shout at you. I don't know what you're writing because I can't catch it all, but I know that there's a little bit of a row going off, so stop it. Right, I can't kick him off. I can't do everything all at once. You get kicked if you're not. You've got the rest of the program, and if you don't behave, you're off. Right, back to the rat. So Kevin had put this little bit of meat in the bird dish, and he'd gone out and left it. So we've got this little bit of flat ham on the lawn. So I just happened to be looking out of the window because we're in a bungalow. I mean, obviously we're upstairs here, but we're in a bungalow. So when I go into our bedroom and clean my teeth, I quite often wander across to the window and stand cleaning my teeth with my electric toothbrush and doing the full kind of 2-minute routine, looking out of the window and watching the birds. So there I am with my toothbrush in my mouth, sort of, you know, fettling all the nooks and crannies. And all at once I thought, am I seeing things? And there's this great big rat comes bouncing across the lawn like a kangaroo. Went to the seed dish, picked the meat up and ran back with it. So I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm shouting, through my toothbrush, obviously. And you just came at the right point there, Kevin.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. It comes to you by in training.
Have you told them yet?
I'm telling them funny story number one. I'm telling them funny story number one about your moment of fame in Cleveland.
Which one?
Being a celebrity.
When I got mobbed.
Yeah.
I got mobbed.
Yeah.
In home bargains.
Is Sue Southern with us before we get any further?
She can't. She's on tills.
Oh, is she working today? Right, sorry. Well, when you watch this on playback, Sue. When you watch this on playback, it's taking forever, Josh, because Masked Man's buggering about.
Mobbed I was by Sue.
So anyway, we saw a rat twice during the course of the week. Yes, exactly, Aldo. 3 foot away from a rat. So so I went.
Sorry.
Is this the face that your mother used to give you when you were being naughty? Just a minute. Just bear with me, people. Just talk among yourselves. Let me see if I can just yeah, manage to do this and multi-process at the same time. I don't know whether it gives you because I'm looking on mine. No, it's not. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Right, anyway. So Kevin went to Home Bargains in Cleveland to get some rat poison. We said we can't be having that. It's not good enough. So, while he was in Home Bargains, while he was in Home Bargains with rat poison and bait and muscular in his shopping basket, somebody said to him in the shop, "You look just like a tea boy in training." She's here. So he came back from Cleveland, laughing all over his face, saying,
very shy.
"I've got recognised. I got recognised in Cleveland." And then, do you know what he said next? He said, "I realised that people were going to recognise me when we're doing videos, but I didn't think they'd recognise me in real life." So anyway, it turned out to be Sue Southern. Sue sent us a coffee afterwards on our coffee account. So it turned out to be Sue, which is one of our star bats. So I'm sorry that story took a little bit of unraveling, but somebody's obviously trying to put me off, and they've succeeded up to this point. But you've had your fun now, so that's it. Show's over. So I'll tell you the funny story now. You know, last week I was gloating because I'd had my I'd had my call up for my second COVID jab, and I was sort of all to Kevin because he'd not got his, and he booked it for June. Well, on Thursday, I think it was, the phone rang, so I answered it. Mrs. Littlewood. I thought, oh goodness, what have I done now? I'm ringing to make an appointment for your husband to come in for his second vaccination. I thought, oh, all right, dear. So, so she said that we could both go at the same time. So off we went this morning. So we went to Thornton Little Theatre at Thornton, funnily enough, just a mile or two away from where we live. So we sat there. I jumped on the chair first and sleeve up so that she could do my jab. In fact, you can't even see where she's done it. And so out she comes with this sort of verse that they recite to everybody. Are you allergic to anything? Have you had COVID? Are you on a trial? Are you this? Are you that? Are you the other? So I'm rhyming all the answers off to her in all the right places. So Dimwit
Is that me?
yeah, that's you. He sat on the other chair. So with his sleeve up like this. So he's like, you know, right down here, waiting for his jab. So she said, are you going to come and sit on this chair first? And so she says to him, and what's your date of birth? And straight away, he recited my date of birth. And I looked at him.
I can't go to Home and Hargins again without being recognised, so... Do you think she'll recognise me? It was a difficult question. Then I had to try and get it right, and so I just changed month out and...
So I told her my birthday. So then she asked him again, and he said my birthday again.
I thought it was best of three.
So by this time he sat in the right chair. She asked him again, and the woman that sat there filling the thing in said, I'm getting really confused now. And I'm going, that's my birthday. So then he said, my birthday with his birthday with my year on the end. So then he starts going, 67, 67, 67. Well, the doctor stood there. You're making me cry now. I mean, it's not quite as funny in the retelling, but you'll get the joke because you've seen him in action. So the doctor's looking as if to say, "Oh my word, what have we got here?" So she said, "Have you had any other illnesses since you had your last COVID jab?" And I'm thinking, just mental illness. She asked you something else, didn't she, that you got wrong? I can't remember what, but anyway, we came out and left it at that, and we came out to Thornton Little Theatre screaming, we're laughing. It was just so funny. It was just so convinced that my birthday was his birthday, and then he decided that we've been patted at birth, because we've got this running joke that he's like my mum and I'm not. Oh dear me, so it just went on and on and on and on and on. So there you go. So that's this morning's funny joke. Anyway, so you can see now how we got onto COVID jabs. Right, I call a truce between Eric and Masked Man. Masked Man, wind your neck in. Eric, stop rising to the bait, or I'm turning the camera off and I'm going to go and do some work. So behave, pair of you. Right, anyway, best wishes. So Lorna wants to send best wishes to her friend May. She had an operation a few weeks ago to have 16 gallstones removed. She's back in hospital on Thursday to have her gallbladder removed. Please ask the bats to think of her, so we will think of you, Lorna. We will think of you. You'll be a good lass and get well soon. Right, so that's that. So, as I said, I've had my flu jab, so I might be having my day off tomorrow when I decide whether or not I'm exhausted. So, moving on. Much as we take the mickey out of Kevin, why would you want to take the mickey out of Kevin?
Yeah.
Here. I was looking through some bits and bobs of stuff the other day, and I found a poem that Kevin had written. Would you like to come and take a bow for this one, Kevin?
What's that?
And it was actually a poem that he'd written. I am useless at poetry. And it was actually a poem that he'd written ages ago about our beach cleaner friends, because they
I can't even remember doing that.
they do such a lot to look after the beach and keep it such a lovely place. So Kevin had written this little poem because we
I don't remember that. I don't remember my birthday.
we made some little cards to thank the beach cleaners. Right? Okay. So this is Kevin's poem. I'm not just a beach, I am so much more, with something for everyone right at your door. I can be a place to swim or a place to surf. You have to agree I'm better than turf. It can be for the young, it can be for the old, a place to walk or stories to be told. So pass me by with pride in your heart. This can only be possible because you played a part. So I thought that was very funny. Right, we've got the funny bits of the afternoon to get through now. So we can do one of two things. We can either turn this off and ban Masked Man and start again, or everybody can ignore him. So you've got a choice of two options. What would you like to do? Because my patience is wearing thin, and I don't know how to get rid of him while I'm live streaming.
Where's Masked Man?
Masked Man is here and he's trying to, oh, here we go, put user in timeout. There you go. Bye bye, Masked Man. You may watch, but now you may not comment. Right, that's something else I've learned how to do today. So, shout outs. So, yesterday I was on Blackpool seafront, and I was doing a live stream, and I've made some videos for this week as well. So Christine made me laugh with this one. Christine's sent me a message on the video, and she's put, oh Jane, please go up Blackpool Tower again before you regret it. I vividly remember you saying that you should grab each chance of memories before it's too late, which is absolutely true, Christine. I agree. She says, I'm sure that Chrissy will get in the lift with you. I think you've got more chance of seeing snow in sunshine in summer. And all of us batties will wait at the bottom with a big blanket to catch you in a bucket. Honestly. And a green throwing up face, which is exactly what I would do if I were at the top of Blackpool Tower. I would be. I'm not a big fan of heights. Right, so, and I've got a shout out. We're doing birthdays and shout outs and whatnot on our way down. I've got a shout out for Chris and Sylvia, who are waiting to move from Cyprus to Cleveland to join the bats. So you'll be very welcome when you get here. I think a lot of people have moved to Cleveland this lockdown. Now, I did just happen to notice the comment that Chris and Sylvia had popped on a video when I was just having 5 minutes after my lunch. But if you want any shout outs or birthdays or anything like that, please, please, please remember that you need to send me an email. And my email address is in the description underneath the video, but it's Jane, Jane, at therabbitpatch.co.uk. Because otherwise I have got no guarantee that you will actually get one. And it looks like somewhere along the line we've had a little bit of a crossed wire, because I've managed to miss Terry Burkett's birthday. I think it was Terry, or it was a friend or a niece or something, not quite sure, but anyway I've missed something, so for that, Terry, I apologise profusely. And Terry emailed me last week, and he did send it this time, so I didn't have anything at all in my inbox, because I checked at least twice, if not 3 times. And it's his granddaughter Alice's birthday on the 25th of May, and Alice is 3. Can you remember when you were 3? Happy birthday, Alice. Hope you have a lovely day. So that's today. It's Alice's birthday today. I hope the sun's shining wherever Alice is, and she's not sat somewhere underneath the clouds and the rain that we seem to be having all over the place. So birthdays go in our birthday book, and today, according to my birthday book, we need to also say happy birthday to Gary Benson, and his birthday is on the 26th. So happy birthday, Gary. Hope you have a good one. Now, I'm also as well going to have I'm going to give my long-suffering husband a shout out and say happy anniversary for Sunday,
Happy
because
anniversary, dear.
it was our wedding anniversary. I'm laughing because we all forgot. 29 years. 29, Kevin. You could have committed murder twice and got out. 29.
It's a long time, isn't it?
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah, so our lovely friends Brenda and Keith turned up on Saturday morning with a beautiful plant for us. And apparently Kevin looked at her and said, "What's that for?" Oh, you couldn't make it up, could you? But to be fair, there's been a lot going off. You know, we've all been busy. We've all been doing things. And, you know, we've had poorly Christines and busy work and lots happening and COVID jabs. So you can forgive us. You can forgive us for that. Right.
I can't remember your birthday.
Yeah. I must. I've just written it on the map. On the birthday book. I might remember next year. Right, it's time. It's time for a joke. Are you ready? Terry is an 84-year-old widower, and Alice is his little princess. I bet she is. Look, I've even got a princess cup for Alice. There you go. And that's, if you excuse the chip at the bottom, that's sort of me in princess mode. Yeah. Right. So, are you ready? This is a poor one. This is one of Elaine Smith's jokes. I don't think Elaine's with us today. I've not noticed her commenting. She's probably in Stanley Park doing lots of Stanley Park things. So, a girl was visiting her blonde friend and noticed that she'd acquired 2 new dogs and asked what she'd named them. The blonde responded by saying that the one was named Rolex and the other one was named Timex. So her friend said to her, "Whoever heard of someone naming dogs something like that? Rolex, Timex?" Whereupon the blonde responded, "What else are you going to name 2 watchdogs?" I heard T-Boy say the punchline. Here's another one for you, Kevin. Are you ready?
Ready?
My wife spent hours arranging her kitchen spices into alphabetical order. Oh, hi Elaine. There you go. I said to her, I don't know how you'll find the time. She said, it's next to the sage. Oh dear. That was one of Mark Dodsworth's, that was one of Mark's. So there you go then. There you go. Did you hear that Ireland is the fastest growing country in Europe? I bet you know the answer to this one, don't you? His population is always doubling. We're easily amused, aren't we? Right. Buster Vane sent me an email the other day to say thank you for his mug. And Buster from Accrington is now on the back map. He was the last one that we added. If anybody else wants a Brew at 2 mug, don't forget that the link to buy one is in the description underneath, and it keeps us going and keeps us making new content for you. Normally, I'll apologise to anybody watching this on replay that has been disrupted by the shenanigans this afternoon. Let me just say that it won't happen again. No, it won't, really. But one thing that's really intriguing me is, what is your name, Buster? Because I don't honestly believe that your name is Buster Vane. I think that's even too remote a chance for somebody that goes by the name of Jane Rabbit, I think. So you've got my curiosity piqued, as you might say.
Buster Blood Vessel.
Yes, Buster Blood Vessel was in Bad Manners. But I don't think that that's his name. Right, next week, I was just going to say, last week, we opened Sue Miles' packet from Canada. Now, this has come from right round the other side of the world, all the way by Port Avion from Canada. And when we opened it, inside here, we found a card, a lovely little card, and some sour cherries and some ring pop sour sweets. So I thought that they possibly might be quite nice, I think. The sour bonbons, the beans, look very nice actually. So I thought we would do them today, because if you remember last week, we did toxic waste. Now, it's been suggested that T-Boy in training needs to do toxic waste. So I think we'll put that to the vote. After we're finished, I will put a poll in the comments on our YouTube channel, and I will ask your opinion about whether or not you think that T-Boy in training should partake in some toxic waste. We won't persecute him completely and start him off with the can't get lid off. With a go at the, what were they called? Mega sours. Oh, they were vicious. They were vicious, they were. But I think he could do a blue raspberry toxic waste. We'll see what you think. We'll do a vote on that, shall we? Need to do a shout out for Terry Darby, because he likes a shout out. So, how do you get over the... James says, how do you get over the fear of heights? I think he's trying to say he wants to go up the tower. Don't ask me, you're asking the wrong one. I'm not going up the tower. So we're going to put toxic waste on the sourometer, and I'm afraid if you didn't see that, you missed a treat. They were disgusting. I can't call them any other. So I think the toxic waste needs to go quite near the bottom. I think it needs to go quite, it's not as bad as Mega Sours by quite some way. So I think we'll put that about there. You'll notice that I'm pinning these on with pins, and then I can, when we get a bit further on and we've done a few more, I can rearrange things as I need to in order of nastiness. But I'm kind of spacing them out because it's a bit much doing really nasty 2 weeks on the trot. So I thought today we'd do something that might be a little bit more palatable. So we'll open these first, shall we? Because I think these are going to be nice. I can feel my mouth starting to water as I take the top off that. So these are these blue ones. Oh, here we go. Grape and raisin, watermelon, cherry and blueberry. I think the dark ones are the cherry ones, so we'll go with the cherry first. So are you ready? These are all the way from Canada. Darren, we will do the apple ones next week. I will make you a pledge that next week we'll do apple. I'll make a note. I'll write it on my list. Because Darren sent me a donation on our coffee account, especially to buy some sweets to make my head blow off. Yeah, we are on next week, aren't we? It's not holiday week. So I think these are cherry. So are we ready? Here we go. Oh, they are tangy. Goodness, that was a surprise. Oh, that proper cherry flavour. Oh, they're quite nice actually. Sure. Let's try a great one. Let's try a great one, and then we'll move on to this other bag. Oh, they're actually a lot more sour than they look. Oh, goodness me, all the way from Canada. You've got a strong taste for sour sweets in Canada. Goodness me. I think they're under halfway. Now, I'm intrigued to see what these are. These are big flashy gems with an intense sour punch. Rock your ring pop and own the spotlight with ring pop sours. So there's a sour lemon one, a sour green apple, and a sour cherry. So let's have a look, see what's in this one, shall we? Oh, now then. They're is it supposed to rattle? I think that might have got squashed in transit. Let's open this one. That's lemon, that one. I'll open that one. Oh, now then. Oh, Kevin.
What?
Look at this.
Oh, bang my knee.
Look at that for a Bobby Dazzler.
Just bang my knee.
How many carrots do you reckon that is? What about that then? It's a bit like
I see it shining.
it's a bit like a take on a sugar dummy, isn't
Where's
it?
that from?
Canada.
Wow.
It's all the way from Canada, that. I'll open this one because I can't.
Only I'd have known 29 years ago.
Exactly. Bye, Josh. Bye, Josh. I'll open this one because it sounds as if it's a bit broken. So that. Oh no, it's not. Ooh. Oh, it is. Yeah, there's a little bit broken off in the corner here. I don't really want to be chewing that, do I, on air? Really. So this one's sour lemonade. That's not sour. I don't think it is anyway. That's not sour. That's got to be several hundred carrots, that, hasn't it? It's either me or that's not sour. I think I might be. I'll tell you what. I'll I know what we'll do. Letter opener. We'll give it a whack, shall we? I'll do this one that's broken. I'll do this one that's broken and we'll give it a whack and we'll see if we can break a bit off, because I don't think it's very ladylike, is it? Shoving all that lot in my mouth all in one go. Are you ready? Sharp noise. See, this is what happens to Mass Man if he only a little bit other end that he gets stuck in his gullet. Gullet, yeah. Ooh. No, it's not sour. That's not sour. Quite nice, that. I shall finish that later. I'll put my other one back on, shall I? I'll put my other one back on. So that weren't quite as difficult a test as last week. And that, oh, they're mega sour as well. I've got a feeling that the sour apples next week might be the same. How can you take me seriously when I'm wearing that? Do you take me seriously anyway? I've got another one as well. Oh, they're all sour lemonade. They must be available in 3 flavours, but you get a random assortment. So I've got to say, it's very nice opening things from the other side of the world. Very, very good. Right.
Australia.
No, yeah, well, not Australia, Canada. But if that's the other side of the world, isn't it? There's, you know, if we're kind of there, and
Yeah,
it's
Birmingham.
right around the other side near Birmingham. We've got this running joke going, you see, that every time I need to say a random place, as you know, if it's not like you've come from Birmingham kind of thing, I always say Birmingham, so it always says Birmingham. You don't have to be mad to live here, but it's a definite advantage. Right, are you ready? We are ready to draw this afternoon's proceedings to a close. So we will finish with our swan song, which is Smile by Milligan. Are you ready? Smiling is infectious. You'll catch it like the flu. Once someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I passed around the corner and someone saw my grin. When he smiled, I realised I'd passed it on to him. I thought about that smile, then realised its worth. A single smile, just like mine, could travel round the earth. So if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start an epidemic, quick, and get the world infected. See you next week.